Leave a like on this video within the next 5 seconds if you're actually enjoying NBA 2K21. I know that I am. It's one of the most fun 2Ks I've had in a while, especially since 18. So, yeah.
I got digital dash camera with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned out the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. EP high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
If you're looking to get your badges grinded on NBA 2K21, hit up Star Grinders on Twitter and Instagram. The link will be in the description. Alright, so yeah, man, we got another giveaway on the channel. It's part 2, but you know what time it is. It's Banger Week. We ain't had Banger Week in forever. So, for this week's Banger Week is going to be pretty much the first week of 2K21. And pretty much for the Banger Week is going to be giving away a regular edition of NBA 2K21. So, literally all you gotta do to enter this giveaway is just be following me on Twitter, like and retweet the post, reply to the tweet showing proof that you are subscribed with noties, and you're entered into the giveaway. And this is for people that have 2K and don't have 2K. If you have 2K, I'm gonna just give you a $60 code. You can use that for VC, whatever you want to use it. You can even buy a different game with that. I'm gonna give you a code for whatever console you're on. But for the people that don't have 2K, I'm gonna just give you 2K. It's that simple. But yeah, man, this is gonna be ending in a week. I'm gonna be doing another giveaway after this one, and then yeah, that's gonna be it for the year. All right, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back here with yet another video today. I'm coming at you guys with another video today. I'm gonna be going over the best badge setup for any amount of badge upgrades for every build. So pretty much I'm gonna go over the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive best badge setups. But I'm gonna go over one for the bigs and one for the guards. I'm also gonna be going over one for the people that cannot get gold, or not gold, but cannot get Hall of Fame badges, and the people that do get Hall of Fame badges. And that's gonna be pretty much like 1 through 15 for the people that can't, and 16 through 30 for the people that can. So yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna be how this video is. I posted something like this at the end of the year, but for a more in-detailed version, I'll be going over these in different categories very, very soon to go way more detailed. But yeah, I'll be going over all that in this one video. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead, hop straight into it.
Let's go!
Alright, so first things first that we're gonna go over is the finishing badge setup for the guards, and this is pretty much gonna be for the people that don't have Hall of Fame badges. So the way we're gonna be doing this, we're gonna go in order from what badges we think we're gonna put on first, all the way to the 15 badge upgrade. So first badge I'll put on, especially for the people that get only gold finishing, I don't feel like a lot of people aren't going to be able to even get contact finisher. So first badge I'm definitely putting on the Stillery finisher. If you watched my video from yesterday, you probably know by now that Stillery finisher is by far the best finishing badge in the game. Next, when it comes to the next badge I'll be putting on, and I'll be going 1 to the 3rd badge upgrade. Then for the next 3 badge upgrades, what I'll be going for is either contact finisher or relentless finisher. Relentless finisher is a very underrated badge in 2K for a couple now, but that's going to really help you make your dunks, layups, lobs, anything like that, especially when fatigued. And if your build's not getting contacts, all that's going to really help you do is really finish through contact, but that's really up to you. So yeah, I would go with contact finisher or relentless finisher, mainly relentless finisher. Then for the next 3, I would definitely go with whatever badge you didn't go at a contact finisher and relentless finisher. That's going to pretty much either help you finish through contact more, or if you can even get contact dunks on that build. I don't know how you get contact dunks on that build. You got to be like a pretty much like a two-way slashing playmaker type build to be able to get contact dunks. So if you pretty much made that, you will be able to put on contact finisher and still be able to get contact dunks eventually if you grind your build. So yeah, contact finisher is gonna help you get more contact dunks, or it's gonna help you finish through traffic. Relentless Finisher is going to be a badge that pretty much help you with the finishing through fatigue and stuff like that. And then you got Slowly Finisher to get the best animation possible. Then for the next 3 badge upgrades, what I would go with is Consistent Finisher. Consistent Finisher is a really good badge in this game. Yet again, probably the best layer badge in the game because of the fact that in this game, it's really hard to time layers. So what a lot of people like to do, they like to use the pro stick aiming. So if you use the pro stick aiming, you don't really necessarily have to use Consistent Finisher. Not gonna lie, you can just go Giant Slayer. But for the people that don't use that, which is pretty much gonna be the majority at this point in the game for sure, I would go ahead and put on Consistent Finisher. Then for the next 3 badge upgrades, I would definitely go with Giant Slayer, one of the best badges in the game. It not only cancels out a badge that's very overpowered like Rim Protector, but it also pretty much just makes the shot contest way harder for people to get contested on you, especially if they're much taller. The bigger the height advantage is, the better this badge is pretty much. So yeah, man, that's the 1 through 15 for the guard side of the finishing badge setup for any build. All right, now for the people that do get Hall of Fame badges. So we got people that get Hall of Fame badges. So for the 16th, they're like the 20th badge upgrade, what you really want to worry about is making sure that you have Slithery Finisher on Hall of Fame, Contact Finisher on Hall of Fame, Giant Slayer on Hall of Fame, and Relentless Finisher on Hall of Fame. Then next, what you want to do is go ahead and get Consistent Finisher to gold. That's going to be pretty much, at that point, you're going to have like 19 badge upgrades. Then the next 4 badge upgrades, you can go with Fancy Footwork. So at that point, you're at 23 badge upgrades. Then you still got 7 badge upgrades to work with. If you got 4 more badge upgrades or any other badge upgrade that you're gonna be using, I would go with Lob City Finisher all the way till you can get Hall of Fame. If say for instance you had 24, just go Lob City Finisher Bronze. 25, just go Lob City Silver. You got 26, and so on and so on. And then the next badge, last but not least, for the finishing side of this video, for guards, is going to be Acrobat. I will be putting that up to bronze, silver, or gold, depending on how many badge upgrades you want. And yeah, man, that's pretty much going to be the best badge setup for pretty much anybody with 16 through 30 badge upgrades with Hall of Fame finishing badges. All right, now moving on to the big man side. So for the big man side, first badge I would put on is Slithery Finisher. That's probably going to be a miscellaneous, but you can go Slithery Finisher or Lob City Finisher. I can see more people do a Lob City Finisher. The lives in this game are pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to CPU defense on it, it's pretty bad. But when it comes to even user, it's pretty easy, I would say. Especially for people that don't have their badges that much right now, or as of time me dropping this video, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can go Lob City Finisher or Slithery. I'd probably say more people gonna do Lob City Finisher, but Slithery Finisher is so overpowered, it's gonna get you the best animation possible, and it's gonna make you dunk so much more. So yeah, you can go with either one of those, but for the next 3, you can pretty much go either whatever badge you didn't go with. So pretty much by now, for the 1 through 6, you either gonna go Lob City Finisher or Slithery, and by the 6th one, you should be able to have both at gold. Then for the next 3, I would definitely go with Contact Finisher, because as a big man, you're probably gonna be finishing through contact a lot. So whether you have it on bronze, silver, or gold, it's just gonna still be helping you that much. Then we got, for the next 3, you can go with Relentless Finisher. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a badge, like I said earlier, it's gonna be finished through any type of contact, or even if you're wide open, it's gonna help you. Even if you're going for a lob, a layup, a dunk, it does not matter, especially when fatigued. Then for the next 2 badge upgrades, I would go with Back Down Punisher. That's gonna pretty much help you back down your opponents to the utmost ability. Then for the last badge upgrade, for the 15 badge upgrade, I would go with Drop Stepper to be able to drop step your opponents as much as possible. All right, next, moving on to the big man side with the Hall of Fame badges. So pretty much, if you have 16 badge upgrades, I would go Lob City Finisher, Slithery Finisher, Relentless Finisher, and Contact Finisher. That's gonna be pretty much all gonna be Hall of Fame for your first 16 badge upgrades. Then when it comes to the next badge upgrades, I would go with Back Down Punisher Hall of Fame. Now you at that's pretty much like 17 through 20. Then for the next 4, 21 through 24, I would be really focusing on putting that on Drop Stepper, so you can be able to drop step people at the highest rate. Drop Step is pretty overpowered. Now if you use shot stick aiming, I've been hearing a lot of things. It's very weird because you gotta use extra drop step, and then you gotta do the shot stick aiming. I think you're just overdoing it at that point. Just try to dunk with X at that point, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you have it on Hall of Fame, because you're going to be moving people all the way up out the way. Then for the next 3 badge upgrades, I will go pick and roller first before I do putback boss, but that's on you, depending on what you do. And that's going to be pretty much your 25th to 27th badge upgrades, pretty much. Then for the last 3, if you have 28 to 30 badge upgrades, you can now be worried about putting it on putback boss. That's going to be a really good badge to really just help you You know what I'm saying? Anytime you get a rebound, put it back up. It's going to give you a higher chance of making that, or even give you a higher chance of getting the dunk animation. So yeah, man, that's going to be pretty much the best badge setup for the big man side of the finishing badge setup. All right, next, now we're moving on from the finishing to the shooting. So for the shooting, we're going to start off with the guards for the people that only get gold badges. So the first badge on the guards is very, very weird this year. First badge I would go with is definitely corner specialist, because that's like the best way, the easiest way, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes to getting badges. But that's pretty much going to be the most thing you're going to be doing before you really get too many badges. So I would go with corner specialist silver, and then after you get it to silver, you literally don't have to touch it no more. Then the next 3 badges I would go with, still not range extender, I would go difficult shots. That's because that's pretty much like the meta right now. You have to be able to fade at the highest ability, and corner specialist, difficult shots is gonna help you fade at the highest capability, especially for when people try to fade. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much like your 1 through 5. Then for the next 3 badge upgrades, we can finally put it on range extender. That's gonna help you shoot deep 3s, deep 2s, on the line 3s at an all-time high. So pretty much it's gonna just extend your range and help you pretty much shoot better within your range. So yeah, man, that's gonna be pretty much the badge upgrades from 6 to 8. Then for the next 3, I would put on high zone hunter or catch and shoot, depending on your play style. If you're pretty much like a more of a non-shooting build, I would go with catch and shoot. But if you have a build that's like a play shot or a sharp, I would 100% go with, well, actually, if you're a play shot or a sharp, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be getting only gold. So I don't even know why I said that. But yeah, I would go with probably catch and shoot for people that's going to be having badges like this. So for these next couple badge upgrades, so for 9 to 11 badge upgrades, I would literally go with catch and shoot. Then for the next 3, I would go from 12 to 14 gold. I would just go with high zone hunter, whether you're going bronze, silver, or gold. That's really up to you. That's going to really help you shoot a lot better in your hot spots and stuff like that. And then for the last badge upgrade, for the 15 badge upgrade, I would definitely go with bronze green machine. That's just going to be helping you green more and just hit your shots a lot more off of greens. All right, next for the 16 badge upgrade, I would go with silver corner specialist, Hall of Fame difficult, Hall of Fame range extender, Hall of Fame hot zone hunter, and I think it's silver. Yeah, silver catch and shoot. Then for pretty much like the 17th to the 18th, I would just put the last 2 upgrades for catch and shoot. Then we're gonna be going for the next 4, pretty much. You're gonna be going from bronze all the way to Hall of Fame green machine, depending on how many badge upgrades you have. So that, yeah, we got 22 badge upgrades now. So for the next 4, the next most important badge I would put on is Deadeye. Deadeye isn't the most needed badge this year with how the contest system is, but as they probably gonna nerf that a little bit somehow. I can see they making it a lot easier for people to be able to get contests and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. So I would definitely put on Deadeye. That's gonna pretty much be your badge upgrades from 23 to 26. And then for the last 4, depending on how many you have from 27 to the 30th badge upgrade, you're gonna be putting on tireless shooter. That's gonna be a very important badge to cancel out the stamina issue in this game and be able to help you shoot, especially when you're blinking red or any type of fatigue with any build, especially for guard builds. All right, next, moving on through the 1 through 15 with no Hall of Fame badges for the big men. First badge I'll put on again is corner specialist. Corner specialist is a very, very important badge in this game. And yeah, especially for the way I've been seeing big man play, especially for the people that can't get Hall of Fame shooting badges, they really have to pretty much sit on the mid-range around the corner. They can't even go to the corner and shoot consistently this year. They have to sit around the mid-range on the corner. I have a slasher build and I do the same thing, and I'm literally like damn near a pure slasher. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then next, I would go with gold catch and shoot to be able to catch and shoot in any situation. That's gonna be pretty much your 1 through 5 badge upgrades. That's gonna really help you catch and shoot in any situation, whether you're on the 3-point line, at the corner, at the free throw. It doesn't really matter where you are. Catch and shoot is gonna help you in any catch and shoot situation. For the next 3 badge upgrades, I would go with range extender. That's gonna be extending your range and making you shoot within your range, especially on deep 3s, on the line 3s, and deep 2s. So yeah, range extender is gonna be one of the best badges again this year. It's probably eventually gonna be the best shooting badge again. Range extender, limitless range, it doesn't matter what they try to name it, it's always going to be one of the best, if not the best shooting badge in the game. Then we got for the next 3 badge upgrades is going to be hot zone hunter from 9 through 11. And Hot Zone Hunter is a very good badge to help you just pretty much hitting your hot spots, especially if you've been using corner specialist. That's going to really probably be a hot zone at that point, and that's going to make you that much better at shooting in the corner, especially in catch and shoot situations, and especially when you're trying to extend your range. And then for the next 2 badge upgrades, I would probably just say, I'm going to just say for the last 4, you can do it in any order you want to do. You can put on Hot Zone Hunter and Clutch Shooter so you can be able to start the game off right and end the game off even better. So yeah, man, that's the best badge setup for 1 through 15 for the big man side that can't get Hall of Fame badges. All right, next for the people that do get Hall of Fame badges in our big men, for the first 16 badge upgrades, what I would do is go Silver Corner Specialist, Hall of Fame Catch and Shoot, Hall of Fame Range Extender, and Silver Hot Zone Hunter. Then for the next 2 badge upgrades, just put on Gold and Hall of Fame Hot Zone Hunter. So now we at 18 badge upgrades. For the next badge I would put on is the 100% Green Machine. Green Machine is going to be very, very nice on a build like this. Then for pretty much, depending on how you want to do it, you know what I'm saying, I would go with Deadeye before I go Clutch Shooter and Hot Star, but you can go with either one of those. So yeah, for the next 4 badge upgrades, I would go with Deadeye from Bronze to Hall of Fame, depending on how you want to do it. Then for the last 8 badge upgrades, you can go in however order you want to do it, whether you want to start off the game better, do you want to end the game off better. It really depends on you, because as soon as you miss 1 shot with Hot Start, the badge does nothing. Clutch Shooter literally only affects the ending. No matter how long it takes you to end that game, it's going to affect that entire ending. It's going to help you make more shots at the end of the game. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the best badge setup for big men from 16th to the 30th badge upgrade. All right, next for the playmaking. We're moving on from the playmaking. We've already done the finishing, already did the shooting. Now we're on the playmaking. So for the playmaking for the guards, for the first badge I would put on for any guard is definitely Quick First Step. So that's 1 through 3 badge upgrades. That's going to really help you build a speed boost and get the fastest speed boost possible for any build that cannot get Hall of Fame badges. And yeah, that's what I would go on for the playmaking for the first badge. Then I would go Handles for Days to pretty much cancel out the stamina problem in this game. Very, very important badge in this game. Very important badge. So that's pretty much the 1 through the 6. Then for the next 3 badge upgrades is easily going to be Unpluckable. Unpluckable is going to really just help you not get ripped. And this is actually a really, really good badge. It's about time 2K is really doing fixes that actually make a difference. And yeah, it's a really good badge this year. Then next, for the last 6, you can go whatever order you want to go with. Whether you want to go Floor General first or Diamond first, it really depends on you. Diamond is going to help your teammates really be able to hit their shots at an all-time high, pretty much, especially to go on top of their shooting badges. And any badge that helps your teammates shoot in this game is a much-needed badge. Floor General also does that, but not to the same extent. It's going to be pretty much making their attributes higher, which in this game, the shooting tiers are in 5s, like 90 to like 95, 95 to like 99, 85 to like 90, 80 to 85, 75 to 80, 70 to 75, and then everything under 70 is very, very hard to shoot with. So yeah, it's really, really in tiers. So if you got something like close to that, you can really pretty much get a bigger green window if you get to a higher tier. Or if you want to be able to get like a 86 ball control or ball handle, that's going to really be important too. So really, it really depends on how you really much you need it for your teammates. All right, next for the Hall of Fame badges for the playmaking, we got pretty much for the first 16 badge upgrades, we're going to go Hall of Fame Unpluckable, Quick First Step, Handles for Days. And me personally, I would go Floor General because of all the different things it can do, like for how much it can help people reach certain thresholds. Then for the next 4, 17 to 20, I would go Hall of Fame Dimer. Then for the next 4 after that, I would go either Neither Threader or Bailout. That depends on you. Then for the 4 after that, I would go with everyone you didn't really do. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much going to be like from, I believe, 25 to 28. And then for the last 2 badge upgrades, I would go Flashy Passes because why not? You know what I'm saying? Badges like Tight Handles, Ankle Breakers, Space Creator don't really work. Live City Passer don't even really work this year. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I get more, my lives work better with no Live City Passer than it does on Bronze, Silver, Gold, or Hall of Fame. I'm keeping it a bean with you. Just being honest with you. A lot of these playmaking badges don't really do anything. Like Pass Fake Maestro, I never knew what that did. Dream Shake, that never even worked. You know what I'm saying? Break Starter is better this year, I've heard that's actually a lot better. Post Spin Technician is really more for big men. Downhill is a good badge. So you could go with that or Flashy Passer, but Flashy Passer is going to give you that takeover boost for any time you complete a flashy pass and get an assist. So yeah, man, this is the best badge setup for the big that's it big for the guards for 16 through 30 badge upgrades. All right, next moving on to the bigs, and now we're gonna be doing 1 through 15 badge upgrades for the bigs. So for the first badge I would put on for any big is going to be quick first step. That's gonna really just catch your man off guard when you're trying to go right passing for an easy lay, especially if you're a spot up. But if you are pretty much like a paint beast, it can still catch him off guard. For if you like trying to set screens and you trying to reset for your guard, the person on the other team probably think you trying to reset, you can just go straight to the rim as they trying to come and help on that. So yeah, the next 3 I would go with is definitely post spin technician. That's pretty much gonna be the best like big man particular badge when it comes to like this or dream shake. Dream shake is kind of a terrible badge. It doesn't really do anything in this game. It didn't do anything last year. To my knowledge, it doesn't do anything again this year. For the next 3 I would go with is needle threader. Needle threader is gonna make you throw the best, the fastest, and the most hardest to steal passes possible. So yeah, man, it's gonna be very important. The next 3 I would go is break starter, but if you play in 2s, you don't necessarily need that at all because you're not gonna be starting any breaks. But if you play 3s, the wreck, this is actually gonna be a very, very good badge. And this as a whole, like any type of outlet pass is just improved in the game this year. And then you got, for the last 3, I would go unpluggable. This is gonna help you not get ripped. Now, you will get bumped stolen. Depending on your ball handle rating, you probably still will get stolen, but unpluggable will make a difference in those type of categories. So yeah, that's the best badge setup for this build for the 1 through 15 on the gold for the big man builds. And all right, last but not least for the playmaking is going to be the 16 through 30 for the Hall of Fame with big man badges. So pretty much what I would say for the first 16 badge grades you need to be worried about is quick first step Hall of Fame, post spin Hall of Fame, floor general Hall of Fame, and dimer Hall of Fame. Now, you don't get dimer, you don't get floor general on any big man build unless you make the big man builds at point guard like I be telling y'all to do, but that's not really what people have been doing. So I'm showing you guys the best way to make the big men. And if you want to be able to get dimer and Hall of Fame on big man builds without going at the point guard, you have to have Hall of Fame playmaking badges. So yeah, that's the only way you're gonna be able to really get that. I've already went over what those do. Then the next badge upgrade, or the badge I will really be putting on, is either needle threader or break starter. Most likely needle threader, so you can be able to make the best, most accurate, the fastest, hardest to steal passes in the game. Next, it will be break starter, but if you play in the 2s, you don't necessarily need that. You can just go with unpluggable, but break starter is going to really help you do the best outlet passes, hardest to steal outlet passes, going on top of needle threader. Then I would go unpluggable. That's pretty much going to make it that much harder to get ripped. You could have put a bailout on earlier. For me, to be honest, I feel like they nerfed bailout a lot because no matter what, it seems like your teammate is going to do a weird catch animation on it every single time. So I don't even know if that badge is even really worth it this year, but unpluggable is definitely going to be a very good badge this year. Then for the last 3, I would go with bailout, like I was just saying. It's not the craziest badge this year, but with that being said, when it comes to the big man badges, it's not really too much to really work with, so I would definitely go with bailout on at least gold. And all right, last but not least, the last category we gotta go over is the defensive rebounding badge setup. So first thing we're gonna go over is pretty much gonna be the guards 1 through 15. So the first 6 badge grades you need to be going with is clamps and intimidator. Whether you're going clamps first or intimidator, that's really on you, but I would go with clamps and intimidator. Clamps is gonna pretty much make you play the best on-ball defense possible, full court, half court, ISO, screens, it doesn't really matter. But the most important thing is it's gonna really help you be able to stop blow-bys. Now, clamps isn't really the craziest badge this year, but it's a badge that you just have to have. Intimidator is another badge that's not the craziest badge this year because they nerfed it so much. But when it comes to the perimeter defense, you definitely need Intimidator to be able to get the shot contest. Now, when it comes to the paint defense, I wouldn't necessarily need high interior defense or even to be the craziest height or even to have Intimidator. But with that being said, when it comes to that perimeter defense, you definitely want to have Intimidator on. So yeah, that's gonna be a 1 through 6. Then for the next 3, I would go with pick dodger because everybody want to do these little screens and do like all these fades, close shots, mid range, or even want to shoot 3s off screens, which is not very many people, but yeah, it's somebody out there that's doing that. So yeah, you definitely need pick dodger to be able to get around them screens as much as possible. It's a much improved badge last year. Is it better than brick wall? Still, no, I wouldn't say so. But yeah, it's definitely more balanced, I would say. It's definitely more balanced. Then the next 3 I would go with is interceptor. Interceptor is going to have you in them lanes as much as possible, getting the most steals in the passing lanes. And Interceptor is actually a really good badge this year. If you don't have it on, you still can get steals. It's going to be more tips than pretty much catching it. As soon as you put it on, you're going to get way more catches. And the higher you go, you're going to get even more catches and better animations and stuff like that. Then for the last 3 badge upgrades for pretty much the 13 through the 15, you can go chase down artists and remember that whichever one you think is going to really be more useful on a guard. I would say chase down is probably more likely to be useful on a guard because guards don't really sit paint to really able be utilizing rim protector. But if you feel like you do that a lot, that's on you. You can put rim protector if you want to. But yeah, I would go chase down artists to really get the best chase down block animations possible. All right, next is going to be the Hall of Fame badges or Hall of Fame side for the guards, and it's going to be 16 to 30 badge upgrades. So for the first 16 badge upgrades, you want to go Hall of Fame clamps, Hall of Fame interior, Hall of Fame interceptor, and Hall of Fame pick dodger. The next badge upgrade you want to go with bronze off ball. Bronze off ball is a very important badge to really be able to bump your player, especially when you're going against these people that want to dex. Very important. You really want to have that off ball pass. I'm just giving you a pro tip. That's a very important badge. Then for the next 4 badge upgrades, you can go chase down, rim protector, or heart crusher. If you watched my video from yesterday, you know how overpowered heart crusher is this year. You can pretty much just get the whole other team cold off of 1 steal or 1 block. It's very overpowered, and the higher it is, the more of a big deal it does to the people's takeover. So yeah, keep that in mind. Then whatever badge you didn't do for the next 4, you can do now. So either chase down artist, heart crusher, or rim protector, whichever badge you didn't do, you can do that for the next 4 badge upgrades. So that's pretty much going to be from, I believe, 22 to 25. So yeah, whatever badge you think is going to be more useful, do that. And then for the last 4, or not the last 4, but the last 5, you're going to be pretty much putting on whatever badge from 26 through 29, and then just put on Tireless Defender for the 30th badge. And that's going to be a very, very good badge to help you go against the stamina issue in this game. So pretty much if you're going through screens that's going to be draining your energy with brick wall and stuff like that, if you're trying to just chase somebody around the court the whole time, that's going to really help you with the stamina dip issue with that. So yeah, man, that's going to be pretty much the best guard badge setup in the game for the defensive side. All right, next is going to be the gold badges for the big men. This is going to be 1 through 15. The first badges I will be putting on is rebound chaser and brick wall, depending on which one you think is more important. Do you think setting screens is more important? Do you think getting boards is more important? That's what the badge I would put on first for the first 3. But yeah, 1 through 6, you definitely want to go with rebound chaser or brick wall. Then for the next 3, from 7 through 9 badge upgrades, I would be going rim protector. That's going to be pretty much the next most important badge. Then you can probably go with heart crusher to be able to pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I was talking about how overpowered it is. All it takes is like 1 block, 1 steal, and you can pretty much get people, make them mess up their takeover, or even make somebody cold. Then next, it really depends on how you want to play it. I would go with interceptor so you can beat them lanes. As soon as you put that to bronze, especially if you have long wingspan, which a lot of big men do, you're going to be able to get a lot of steals, especially if you have a steal ready. Then I would put on off-ball pass. People probably be like, why have you not put on an intimidator? I'm going to get into that, but off-ball pass, especially for people that want to throw them lobs this year. Lobs is kind of overpowered this year. You can, if you want to bump people before they try, because that's a very important thing that you really need to be doing. If you're going against people that's throwing lobs, you got to be able to get that bump. If you get a bump, it's going to really make it easier for you to be able to stop it. So off-ball pass is going to really help you get that bump that you need, especially, you don't even need to go any higher. It's going to help you get bumps at even just bronze. So I'm just let you know that. Then intimidator, I don't feel like you necessarily need intimidator this year on bigs, because intimidator really helps more so, from my opinion, from my experience, when you're guarding people on the 3. But when it comes in the paint, you don't necessarily need that. You're going to be able to get good contests, especially if you have rim protector. So I don't think you need to go past bronze for the 1 through 15 badge upgrades, especially if you don't get Hall of Fame badges. And all right, last but not least, before we end off this video, is going to be the 16 through the 30 for the Hall of Fame badges for the big man on the defensive rebounding side. So 1 through 16, or 1 through 15, we already went over that. But for the first 16 badge upgrades, for the people that do get Hall of Fame badges, I would be going rebound chaser, brick wall, rim protector, and I don't know what I would do in fully, but I think I would go box, off ball pass, worm, and then I would probably go bronze, interceptor. Then for the next 3 badge upgrades, pretty much from like 17 to like the 19, 17 to like the 19, I'll be pretty much maxing out my interceptor. Then from 20 through 23, I'll probably be going with either heart pressure or chase down, depending on which one you think is more important. I probably would say more people would say chase down is more important, but I'm just letting you know, do not sleep on that heart pressure badge. It's very overpowered. So I pretty much can see people going from 20 to 22 with chase down artists. Intimidator, like I said, is not the most important badge, so I would definitely go for the next 4 with heart pressure. So from 23 to like 26, I would go with heart pressure. Then for the last 4 badge grades, I would be going with interceptor. So pretty much from 27 to the 30th badge grades for the big men, because I feel like Intimidator makes a bigger difference on perimeter defense shot contests. In the paint, you don't necessarily need that, in my opinion, especially if you have Rim Protector on Hall of Fame. And you know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. It's just that simple in my opinion. In my opinion. This is just my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. I went over the best badge setup for literally every single category. 1 through 15 for the gold, 16 through 30 for the guards, and the bigs for every single category. So that's pretty much 8 different types. So yeah, man, go ahead, leave a like on this video if you haven't already, man. Tomorrow we're going to be dropping a big banger, man. We're going to be giving you guys the best 99 overall method. I'm going to be going over everything that you need to know. We're going over shooting, finishing, playmaking, defensive, all in one video. How to get to 95 as soon as possible, then how to get to 99 as soon as possible, and do you get an extra badge grade at 99.9. So yeah, man, I'm going to be doing all that in tomorrow's video. So if you want that joint to come out, I would just say get this video to 1,000 likes. I don't really ever ask for nothing that crazy, but this is gonna be a crazy video. I grinded my ass off for that video, so it's only right that y'all go ahead, go crazy with that like button, and spam that joint, break that joint. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. But yeah, man, go ahead, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, man. We got more videos coming out every single day. Turn on post notifications to the first of every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man, and I'm about to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah! Head in the clouds, walk through the city, they taking you out. Bitches be talking, they running their mouth. A bag in the back and a stick in the couch. You know what it's about. Had to cope with all the pain, so I'm about to die, man. They say he going too fast.